mute one like notification system that I have, and Skype was left on. All right, let's go through everything real quick again. Sac is bringing once again their Magma Lumberjack Hwacha left side galleon with their Hwacha carronade right side and a flare on the back. And then over on the Junker, once again they have the double Artemis left, Magma front, and Gat Mortar. Wait, Gat Mortar left. Sorry, the Artemis is on the right.
Okay.
All right,
For
well,
the
let's look.
for the blue team, the GlowWater Thralls, we have the Crown Tyrant, piloted by Scrimscraw. It has a Gat Mortar front and a left side front Artemis and rear flare. The second ship for the Thralls today is the flying Jellyfish. Again, the same as before. It is a Blunderfish, heavy carronade front with a flare left side and a mortar right side, piloted by Fiasco Total. Alrighty. Taking a look at the mini-map here, Sammy, we can see that the Thralls are moving in somewhat aggressively here, while the red team looks like they're going to try to hole up there behind the bridge at the eastern side of the map. I suppose that's to be expected, as the red team definitely, their build will definitely favor a much more static style of play here.
Right, even though they didn't bring any mercs, they still have that lumberjack. They have two Artemises, a Hwacha, and and two magmas helping out. So
Right.
they're still long range, but it looks like the GlowWater Thralls are going to charge straight through it. They are not actually. The Crown Tyrant's starting to take a little bit of damage, but not enough.
Right, waiting for some of those lumberjack shots to connect, and sure enough, the Crown Tyrant's balloon goes down to the lumberjack of the Kongming Dynasty, followed by an armor break. Very, very
But
solid
we're not
fires
seeing any
there.
damage getting taken on it. But it looks like they're switching to the flying jellyfish, content to just get the Crown Tyrant out of combat for now.
Right, yeah, that's probably a wise decision. Although, once the Crown Tyrant is
He's
back
lost
in
his
arc,
balloon, so he's fallen down with him. This is going to be crucial for Sacrilege to, have that crown, the Kongming Dynasty do the support.
Right.
And we are seeing that down goes the goldfish.
sure enough, it's always a risky business to leave a galleon unmolested, and I think we definitely saw there the consequences of that. If you leave those two big guns and light gun trained on you for an excessive period of time, you're definitely going to be feeling the effects. And sure enough, well, Bulbous Demon with an armor down there and a destruction, so Crown Tyrant basically prevailing in that 2v1. However, it's in a very bad situation here.
He's probably going to go down here unless he can somehow try to get below the gun arcs of the Kongming Dynasty.
Right.
Which is going to be hard because it's a lumberjack magma.
Right.
Those guns shoot downwards.
However, the Kongming Dynasty is having some difficulties getting in the finishing shots there. Again, it is somewhat limited by the reload time of that Hwacha, so even though we just saw an armor down opportunity there on the Crown Tyrant, the Kongming Dynasty was not able to complete it with the Hwacha. It doubtlessly
Junker is arriving.
Yeah, Crown Tyrant's in a bad situation here. I expect the Bulbous Demon will be putting Artemis fire on it. Sure enough, Crown Tyrant is starting to lose engines. It has one of its turning engines down, I believe.
Yeah, but the Kongming Dynasty is not. He was in a bad arc. He's only just now starting to get his guns towards them.
Oh, very nicely
just in
timed
time,
Hwacha
just in
there,
time.
Sure enough.
Oh, and where's the jellyfish? Oh, the jellyfish
in,
just arrived.
We are in a meat grind situation here, folks, as the
Indeed.
flying jellyfish is entering the combined firing arcs, the Kongming and the Bulbous. However, it looks like
He's
the
being
jellyfish
smart though. He's being smart. He's popping. Does he have? He must.
He must have hydrogen.
Maybe he must have had
Yeah,
hydrogen. I
Fiasco
didn't see
Total
it. That was an amazing rise.
popping hydrogen there and going around the south end of what we in the Ducks call Candy Mountain here. Taking some sporadic fires from the Kongming Dynasty. Bulbous Demon not able to get its medium long range Artemis Hades side into the fight there, so it looks like the jellyfish will manage to get away from this 2v1 very effectively.
Here comes the Crown Tyrant coming in again. It looks like they're going to try to have the jellyfish and Crown Tyrant move in for a bit of a split engagement, but actually no, Crown Tyrant turning. Alright, they're gonna just they're gonna do the smart thing, regroup behind Candy Mountain, get ready for a very strong attack.
Sure enough. However, the problem with the Candy Mountain approach is that you still have to cover a lot of territory to get from the far side of Candy Mountain into the side where the red team will generally camp. That plus the red team will have a very solid idea of where you're coming from, so they can quite easily reposition and get in a better spot, while the charging team, the opposing team, still has close to a kilometer of distance to cover before they can get within a close range firing position. So
And we are seeing Sacco and moving back to the other side, moving back into kind of their initial position.
Right.
You see some Artemis shots starting to careen out.
Yeah. The Thralls are still taking sporadic fire from the left side of the Kong Ming. Candy Mountain is serving as pretty effective defilade here. So it remains up to the GlowWater Thralls to figure out how to break this entrenched firing position and move in for the kill.
Quick message to Morby. Morby saying he does not have any power over the Twitch account, and so we're going to continue casting as the Dev Fireside chat for a little bit while he while I ask him to sort it all out.
Who knows, Sammy? Maybe we've been promoted somehow.
Oh!
Maybe the job offer is waiting in the wings there.
Yes. I guess this is their subtle way of saying that they're hiring us. This is a Dev Fireside chat.
Yeah. Bit of a tough...
What do we want in the game, Frogger?
Good question. I have to make a list here.
Now look at this. The flying jellyfish is all the way down here.
Yeah, I think this is a maneuver that the Thralls have employed with some effect in the past. I think it's sort of an anti-Artemis maneuver, or some sort of an anti-firing line sort of maneuver that has worked for them in the past. And as we saw before, the jellyfish does have hydrogen, so it can quite easily make up that lack of vertical there and re-engage fairly rapidly.
Looks like the Crown Tyrant just keeps on, popping his head back out and forth, showing where he is. This could be a very beautiful, beautiful attack.
Yeah, I think it definitely has a lot of promise here.
Tyrant's moving down as well, so they're not going to try to split up, which would probably be a little risky.
I agree. Especially
Ships
if
don't last long enough in this game to do really good pincer attacks.
Especially if the Crown Tyrant were there on its own. I mean, it would just be taking that focus fire from both of the SAC ships. So I actually do like the low approach here. We know that the Flying Jellyfish does have hydrogen. Taking a look at Scrimscraw. Scrim does not have hydrogen. However, he does have a buff balloon, which will help mitigate the relative lack of vertical acceleration there that the Pyramidion so often suffers from.
Yeah. They've got spots.
Yep, you can see the red team is already starting to drop altitude there, trying to reposition. However, this is a very, very effective approach from the Thralls. You can see that they're kind of using the, I believe we call that the Lion King there, the pointy rock that's to the south of the ruined bridge, sort of there as cover as they move in to get a little bit closer. And I also like how the blue team is very much lower than the galleon. It's considerably more difficult for galleons to handle ships that are below them than above them. So
while the guns might still be in arc with them below, it's just hard to see. It's already hard to see anything as the captain of a galleon.
Definitely.
But you're so high up on the ship, and that ship goes so far down. It can be very hard to keep in. Keep your guys in view.
Very disorienting, but great maneuvering by the Thralls here. And it looks like they're going to have the bulbous demon almost in a 2v1 here, although the Kong Ming
that
is
demon
starting
moved way too forward.
Yeah. Very, very effective use of...
But honestly, it looks like the Thralls are backing up a little bit too much.
Right.
Not taking enough advantage.
Flying Jellyfish's balloon is down. It has an engine fire. However, fairly minor damage on the Thralls thus far. It looks like the Crown Tyrant is starting
to take some more serious damage. The demon's lost balloon and armor.
Demon really not in a good situation here, although the Crown Tyrant's armor is about to go down here. There it goes, taking some sporadic Hwacha fire there. Ooh, Demon taking a nasty bounce off of the pointy rock there.
I'm surprised because he actually still had a tiny bit of armor left before he hit the ground.
Yeah.
But somehow just that one hit took out both armor and hull. That's what it at least looked like. It was just so quick.
Looks like the Thralls are smelling blood in the water here, although the Crown Tyrant did suffer a nasty balloon pop, leaving the Jellyfish to deal with the Kong Ming dynasty on its own. Looks like Scrimscraw is going to take the lower route underneath the Lion King rock there. However, the Flying Jellyfish will be taking focus fire here for at least 5 to 10 seconds while the Crown Tyrant re-engages.
Now, the close range of the Ming Dynasty has been moved over, but he has lost his balloon. The bulbous demon needs to get in there and get that fire off of the galleon.
Right. Bulbous Demon now taking the focus here. Checking out the demon, it has its Artemis side turned, which... May not be the best side to have in this situation. I'd really like to see a hard Phoenix Claw turn from the captain and kind of get that Gat Mortar on there and
You know,
just
I
take
got
out
a
the
feeling
tyrant.
he was just like, he saw his buddy getting double teamed, and he just got in there as quickly as he could with whatever guns he had available. And it did save the Kong Ming dynasty, but it did come at the price of his life.
Sure
So we've
enough.
seen Sacrilege take the lead once again, but, well, not once again, basically take the lead. They had been down 2-1, but they wrap up both kills. Flying Jellyfish has lost a lot. He's lost his balloon. I think he's lost his front gun, but
Not
I
a
don't know if they're going to be able to scoop up that kill.
Yeah, not a terrible situation, a terrible respawn for the Bulbous Demon here. They are fighting in the red spawn, so Sac will have that advantage, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to save the Kong Ming. I expect that the Galleon here is going to start taking some punishing
Ming's lost
mortar
the
fire.
armor.
Sure enough, there goes a third, maybe more of its
Ooh.
permahull. Wow,
Ram
nasty
kill
ram.
on a Galleon.
Nasty ram by Scrimscrow. Very
kill
well
on a
timed.
Galleon. All right, Bulbous Demon, you gotta escape it now. You can't be doing this engagement if you want the Sac team to live to fight another match.
Right. Yeah, I would really like to see a little more evasive action from the Demon. He's just kind of sitting there in the front of the Pyramidian's arcs, and, well, very, very effective Gat Mortar fires from the Demon. However, not quite
Not
enough
able to finish the kill,
pull it
and
off
it cost
from
him in
Sac.
the end.
Sure enough.
So we see Sacrilege win the matches. Now, this isn't like a tournament, this isn't a ladder, so these guys are done for the day. They can go off and enjoy their Saturdays and not be stuck playing Guns of Icarus all afternoon. That was a very good, though, attack by the GlowWater.